All these racks, I gotta spin it. All my whips be limo tinted. With my squad and mind your business. Everything we start, we finish. Watch I work the hardest with it. Tongue out like I'm Jordan. Without me change my name. Dog days went through pain. Them hard days I wouldn't change. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason I'm stacking this change. It's the reason I'm chasing this rain. It's the reason I'm still in my lane. It's the reason I'm never gonna change my heart in the game.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped at all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broke and barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I eBay valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot, feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10, Young. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Dillon, 79 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They set up the screen to Lynch. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here goes Stroud again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there? Well,
understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Young will set to throw. They go screen with Dillon. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. Young. It's Dillon again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Stroud now on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC. 62 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Just like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw, Young. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Young. And that'll be complete to Dillon. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Again, it's Young. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
4th down, Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. 2nd down, Young. A short little throw taken in by Reed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Allstott. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Dillon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Well, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Dillon is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Mike Allstott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just there's... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. Following the interception, Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Young. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Dobbs. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And, Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 20 point.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
Yeah, they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking to add those points with great field position. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work it.
Touchdown! A.J. Dillon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Dobbs. He's going to air one out. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. It's Young on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Throwing here, Dobbs. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down throw for Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be returned. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They'll try to throw now. Young. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And the Lions add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Now Young. Complete here to Jordan Reed. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbs is throwing. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw Dobbs. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and a couple. They run once more with Dillon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
we got London on it.
Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better style. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they won't.